Hello guys, I am from Govgrass Math Sahab. Today I have taken one question from NCERT 12th Maths. The question is question number 10, exercise 1.2. Implies that let A equal to R minus in curly bracket 3 curly bracket 2 and B equal to capital R minus curly bracket open 1 curly bracket close. Please start. Consider the function f is to a goes to b defined by fx equal to in bracket x minus 2 whole over x minus 3 is f11 and unknown. Now come out to solution. Solution equal to. Here you can see the set A is given here. Set B is given here. F is a function from set A to set B. Defined as fx equal to this one. We have to prove f11 and unknown. So what to do here? Let us see how this question will be solved. Solution equal to. Now here I shall write given that A equal to capital R minus in curly bracket 3 and B equal to capital R minus in curly bracket 1 curly bracket 2. This is the set A and set B given in the question itself. Now given that if is to A goes to B implies that if is to and here put the value of A equal to capital R minus in curly bracket 3. So here I shall put the value of A equal to capital R minus in curly bracket 3 curly bracket close. So here you can write like this. Enclose it in square bracket. Goes to. Now here I shall write the value of B. The value of B is capital R minus in curly bracket 1 curly bracket close. Enclose in square bracket. So here you can see f is a function from this to this. So here you can see this one will be range. No, sorry, this one will be domain. And this term will be range. So we have to prove that this will be range. This term will be range. If this term will be range, then that function will be onto function. Here we have to show this function is 1 function. So let us see how this question is going to be solved. Here it says for 1 Here I shall write for 1 For 1 For 1 like this make for 1 equal to imply that let x1 comma x2 belong to domain in bracket capital R minus in curly bracket 3 curly bracket close. This is domain. Here I have let x1 comma f2 belong to. This is domain. x1 f2 will be belong to domain. This is domain. This is domain. Then what will be result? Then implies that f of x1 equal to f of f2 implies that x1 equal to f2. Here you can write where x1 comma f2 belong to domain. This is the general condition you have to write in all cases in order to prove a function to be 1. So here I have written. So what to do? Here you have got the function. This function is defined by fx equal to this one you have got here. So what to do in this case? Here I shall write. Here you can see x is there. So in place of x, put x1. So what result will be? Put x1. So here I am going to put x1. So x1, if I put here x1, so here x1 will be there. So this will become x1 minus 2 whole over x1 minus 3. Write in one bracket. Here you can write. Here in place of x, write here x2. So this will become x2 minus 2 whole over x2 minus 3. Imply that. Now simplify this one. Now what we'll do here? Now things will be simplified. So this will become x1 minus 2. Now get the things cross multiply. x1 minus 2 will multiply to f2 minus 3. That will be equal to x1 minus 3 dot f2 minus 2. This we have to do. So let us see what result will be. Here I shall write just x1 minus 2 dot f2 minus 3. Both will be multiplied together. So here we will get x1 dot f2 minus 2 f2. f2 will multiply to x1. We will get here x1 dot f2. And minus 2 will multiply to f2. We will get minus 2 f2. Now here again x1 will multiply to minus 3. We will get here minus 3 x1. Or this minus 2 and minus 3 will multiply together. We will get here 6. Now equal to this x1, this f2 will multiply together. We get here x1 dot f2 minus 3 f2. This minus 3 f2 will multiply together. This will become, here we will get minus 3 and minus 2 will multiply together. We get here 6. Now what happens? This one will be cancelled out. And this one will be cancelled out. So you will get here I am going to write imply that what value have got here? You can see here. This one has been cancelled out. This 6 has been cancelled out. So you have got here. Let us see whether this one is correct or not. One mistake I have committed here. here x1 will multiply to f2, this will become minus 3 will multiply to f2, this will be minus 3 f2, and again this minus 2 will multiply to x1, will get here minus 2 x1 plus minus 3 will multiply to minus 2, will get here 6. So now this 6 will be cancelled out. Now it is okay. Now what to do? Now go further. Like terms will be grouped together. So let us see how this will be solved. Here you can see minus 2 f2. Here you can see minus 3 f2. So both will be put together. So here we will get minus 2 f2 plus 3 f2 equal to, here you will get minus 2 x1 plus 3 x1. This one you have got. So what to do here? Here you can write imply that this one you can see minus 2 f2 plus 3 f2 comes out to f2 equal to minus 2 f2 plus 3 f2 comes out to f2. Here we will get 3 x1 minus 2 x1 will get here x1. So here you have got implied that x1 equal to f2. So this you have proved here. F of x1 equal to f of f2. Here you have got x1 equal to f2. This means that f is 1 1. F is 1 1 here. If f of x1 equal to f of f2 implies that here you have got x1 equal to f2, then f is 1 1. So now here I have proved x1 equal to f2, f is 1 1. Now again you have to prove whether this function is onto function. Let us see for onto what I am going to write here. For onto, this is the general condition for onto. What to do? In case of onto, write a statement. Let small y be element of range. So here I shall write range. So range, let small y be element of range. So here I can write, here it will come codomain, capital R minus in curly bracket 1 will come, curly bracket close, square bracket close. So here I have let, this is codomain. So here you have to prove this codomain. When this codomain will be converted to range, then this function will be onto function. So let us see. So here I shall write, then there exists x belong to domain. X belong to domain. So what is domain? You can write here this one. A domain, here you can see in square bracket capital R minus in curly bracket 3, curly bracket close, B bracket. Then there exists x belong to domain such that fx is equal to y. fx equal to y. So this thing you have to write in all cases in order to prove a function untrue. This is the general statement you have to write. Here, let y belong to codomain. Then there exists x belong to domain such that fx is equal to y. So by doing process, if this codomain is converted into range, then this function will be untrue. So let us see how this will be done. So here you can see fx equal to x minus 2 whole over x minus 3. So in place of fx, you write here y. So here I shall write, here I am going to write, in place of fx, I can write y equal to, in place of fx, I shall write y equal to, here you have got x minus 2 whole over x minus 3. This one will got. So now, get the value of x in terms of y. So what to do here? Just you can imagine y over 1, it can be become y over 1. Here get the thing cross multiply. So y will multiply to x minus 3. So here you will get y in one bracket, in another bracket you will get x minus 3 equal to, here you will get x minus 2. 1 will multiply to x minus 2. So here you have got implied that y will multiply to x. This will become xy, and minus 3 will multiply to y. You will get here minus 3y equal to, here I shall write x minus 2. Now here I have to get the value of x. Let us see what value of x will be. So here xy minus 3y equal to x minus 2. So what to do here? Now here I shall write x minus 2. Since I have to get the value of x here, so x minus 2 equal to xy minus 3y, implied that, get the value of x here, so this xy will move back to left hand side. So we will get here x minus xy, x minus xy equal to 2 minus 3y. Now here you can see x minus xy. You can take x as a common. Now here you take x as a common. It will become 1 minus y equal to, x will be in common. In bracket it comes out to be 1 minus y. And right side you can write 2 minus 3y. So here you will get the value of x equal to 2 minus 3y whole k over 1 minus y. You have got the value of x, where x belong to domain and y belong to codomain. So here value of x you have got. So what to do in order to prove untrue? So here you have got the value of x. Now here I shall write. Now again, here you can see fx. So in place of x you can write this one. In place of x I shall write f of in place of x, I shall write the x of value this one. So here I shall write 2 minus 3y whole over 1 minus y equal to, here you can see fx equal to x minus 2 whole over x minus 3. So here value of x I have got 2 minus 3y whole over 1 minus y. The value of x here will be put at this place and this place. So here I can write in place of x, here you can see in place of x I can write this value. So here I am going to write in numerator 2 minus 3y whole over 1 minus y minus 2 will be written like this in center. So I have written here minus 2 whole upon, it comes out to be, now here I shall put the value of x equal to this one. So here I am going to put 2 minus 3y whole के over 1 minus y minus 3 I shall put. So equal to, it comes out to be. Now get the things done here. If you do the operations here, so here it will become 1 minus y in denominator. In numerator you will get 2 minus 3y and this minus 2, it will come minus 2 here and minus 2 will multiply to 1, you will get here minus 2. This minus 2 will multiply to minus y, you will get here plus 2y whole over, here you will get 2 minus 3y minus 3 plus 3y whole over 1 minus y. So you will get the result here. You can see here this plus 2 minus 2 will be cancelled out. Here you will get minus 3y plus 2y. You will get here only minus y whole over 1 minus y. Here you will get into will be there. Here you can see minus 3y plus 3y will be cancelled out. So here you will get, here you can write 1 minus y because this 1 minus y denominator will become here numerator. Things will get multiplied here. Here you will get plus 2 minus 3. Plus 2 minus 3 will be operated. You will get here minus 1. Now this one 1 minus y will be cancelled out. Here you will get minus y whole over minus 1, you will get here y. So now here I have put fx proved. Here I have proved fx equal to y. This means that this function is onto function. So if you have got fx equal to y, here it says fx equal to y. The value of x I have got here. This value of x I have put here. So this type of operation I have performed here. I have got here fx equal to y. Hence you can write here. Hence f is onto. F is onto. So here you have proved f is a one function or f is onto function. So now in summary you can write therefore F is 1 1 and onto. Hence, F is an invertible function. So here I have written, therefore F is 1 1 and onto. Hence, F is an invertible function. This is the proper solution of question number 10, exercise 1.2.